How are you doing? My M&M squad, it's mitzymorris coming at you with another video. And this is going to be a different kind of video today. I'm not talking about relationships. Well, yeah, I am talking about relationships. I'm just not talking about, emotional relationships like husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm not talking about that. I'm going to talk about something else. 2024 is just around the corner. And some of you, I know that you need to clean house. There are some toxic people in your lives. There are some narcissists in your life. The word that I most hate to use because it's so overused these days. He's a narcissist, misogynist. He's toxic. Like but in this case I have to use it because I know some people that they're the ones doing you wrong, but they will make sure that you believe that you're doing them wrong. They're the ones who have hurt you. And if you do anything back, they make it all about them, that you have been so bad to them. You're this, you're that, you're that. Even though they've hurt you so much, they've taken from you, they've lied to you, they've stolen from you, right? And they just go on living and laughing and boasting and just as if, I didn't do anything. Especially sometimes children, they make it all about them, not realizing that, well, you've been a little piss pot to your parents. Like, you haven't been the best child either, right? But most children, because they have the narcissistic behavior, they believe it's all about the parents. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of times as parents, we did not do that well by our children. I can tell you that I've made 1,000,001 mistakes, right? I have, right? And then your kids grow up and they're doing not so well in terms of being your child, right? I'm seeing it all the time. But let's just talk about friends that you might have had for years. Years and years you've had these friends and they've done some things, they've said some things, they've acted out some ways, and you make excuses for them. You're like, they didn't mean it. Or you stay in the relationship because you've known them for X number of years. Just like the same way people stay in marriages that are very much not good for their health, their mental health, their well-being. It really is not. But, we've been married for 40 years. I've known him since I was 10 years old, and we've been going out since kindergarten, right? He's always been the one. Now, honey, he's no longer the one. If he's beating up on you, he's no longer the one. If he's mentally abusing you, physically abusing you, right? He's no longer the one. As a matter of fact, he was probably never the one, but because of the fact that you've known him so long, you're familiar with this person, and everyone always says, oh, you make such a cute couple, you're this, you're that, but yet you're in a relationship with him right now where he puts you down constantly. He talks bad about you to his friends. He talks bad about you in front of his friends and families, I might add. He doesn't keep whatever is between you private. He just does not know how to treat you well, and he has not been treating you well for a number of years. 2024 is coming up. Are you going to put yourself first? And I'm here to tell you in this video that I want you to start putting yourself first today. And those relationships, it could be your brother, could be your father, could be your daughter, it could be any blood relative. If they are not bringing you, and I'm not going to use that word peace, because I don't believe anyone can bring you peace. You bring peace to you. But if you know that they never take accountability for anything they do. They never do. They never say sorry. Even if you say to them, you know what? I think I've messed up and I'm really sorry. Do you notice those narcissistic people, narcissists, they never say sorry back because they believe that they did no wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. You did it all, even though they've taken you to the cleaners. They've taken you to the cleaners. They've taken advantage of your kindness to them. And now they make you into an enemy. They make you into an enemy, like you're so bad. How dare you talk about it or tell anybody about it, right? And they will make you look like the bad guy, the liar, the cheater, the this. You know how some of these men will make it look like, you know, the wife, it's you, because they never take accountability for anything. 2024, what are you going to do with 2024? Please, I'm going to ask you, don't stay with people because they're your family. It doesn't mean you malice them. You can still, have somewhat of a cordial relationship. Hey, how are you? Everything good? Awesome. But to let them back into your space, I say 2024 is a no-no. Let go of it, stop it, move on, because you'll never be right anyways. They are always right and they've never done wrong, even though they're the ones that have digged you in your heart. But they will never see it. They would only see what you've done to them. It's time for you to take back yourself, take back your power, and start loving on yourself. You can absolutely live a life without these people in your life, at least too deep in your life. Like I said, there are some people that you're always going to have around you for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, you might have to do that. But let there be a limit. Let there be a limit. Because if they've done it to you before, they will do it again. If a man has busted you across the face, he'll do it again. So how about in 2024, you start cleaning house? How about you start cleaning house? No matter who it is. There's limits to this, of course, right? Because sometimes it's your children. And you may be saying, Mitzi, how can I? It's my daughter. It's my daughter. Yeah, that's fine. But your daughter may just really be a wicked person. And she doesn't even think she's wicked. She thinks she is right. And she's the one that's been victimized. And she believes it, right? Or your son. He could be the one. He's always doing these things to you, lying to you, even stealing from you, right? Disrespecting you. Oh, but it's my son. Yeah, but your son's a wicked guy. It's time to let him go. Just love him from afar. Love him from afar. And believe me, he'll think that you're the bad one anyway. So you may as well do it because they already pen you as the bad one, right? That friend who's always hurting you, she's already penned you as the bad friend. That auntie, she's already penned you as the bad niece. Not realizing that she's always talking crap about you to her kids. And you heard it back. And you know that she's not the aunt that you thought she was. And she was your favorite aunt. Am I talking to someone out there today? Am I? I was talking to a lady a few months back. And we were doing some business together. And she says, my daughter wanted to buy a house. And she didn't have enough money to pay down on the house. So she says, I took $100,000 off my house and I paid down. And she says, my daughter says, Mommy, you will not regret it. Do you know what? That daughter no longer speaks to her mom. Neither is she paying her mom back. God has a place for that daughter. He has a place for her. And she now has 3 jobs. I wonder if these children realize that honoring your parents means standing to your word and paying them back. Mother has, father has, blessed the child who has his own. I feel so sad for this lady. 3 jobs, and she's 68 years old just to pay back that $100,000 to the bank. She doesn't even get to see her grandchildren. She's kept the grandchildren away from her. She said she stopped by and she rang the doorbell and she could see her screeching, hiding, pressing herself against the wall. So her mom could not see her. You tell me. Your mother does something so well for you and you just turn around, you spit in her face as if you You don't owe her anything. Yes, you do. Because they're your parents. As a matter of fact, when your children are grown, you don't owe them anything but love. You don't. Anything you do is from your heart, right? A child, what do they do? Leave their mother and father and cleave unto their wives. So who's responsible for your daughter? Her husband. Who's responsible for your son? The wife. You're no longer responsible, but some children think that you should always be responsible for them. Grown artist people, right? So I am telling you, this year, 2024, get rid of those people. I'm telling you, you'll sleep better. I'm not saying it won't hurt and you won't miss some of these people, because sometimes when we're used to the toxic behavior, when it's no longer a part of us and it's not serving us, we still miss it because we've been so abused for so long. So ladies, gentlemen, those friends that you've had for over 40 years, but he or she has never given you a compliment, never supported you, always actually secretly competing with you. You're wishing them well. They're not wishing you well at all. And they've been pretending for years. And the scales are coming off right now. And you've been holding on. You've seen it, but you're still holding on. I say it's time to let go of it. Let go of that friend. Parents, let go of those children who are devils. Devils. Because you know what? No matter what, a lot of us, we never got the manual how to be good parents. And we really mess. I can tell you, like, I've sucked at it. I've made so many mistakes as a mom. And if I had to do it again, I would absolutely. And I still keep making mistakes. Of course I do. I still keep making them. And I ask God to help me to be better, right? But children, if you're out there and you're watching this video, you'll be better for your parents as well. Let them go to bed feeling good about you, feeling good that you have done good by them. And mothers and fathers, try to do better by your children. But unfortunately, there are some children that it will never change. It will never change. So you just have to love them from afar, and sometimes closely too. But I'm mainly talking about, those people that have been in your lives for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And they have not brought joy to you, laughter to you. And if they do, it's a one-off. 2024 is your time, okay? That relationship, that husband, he doesn't appreciate you, treats you like a pig, treats you like a dog. Worse, because we treat our pets really good. It's time. Maybe it's time. Or have that conversation with him. And if he's still not willing to take a step forward into treating you like the queen that you are, after maybe going to therapists and all of that stuff, marriage counseling, and you are crying at night, the tears are flowing, you feel like you're nobody, you feel like you're nothing, 2024 is your year to take yourself back. That's all I've got for today. I love every single one of you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I need you, because without you, I'll go nowhere with this channel, and others won't be able to see this content. It's all up to you. It's all up to you if I go up here and I succeed, or I stay down there. And I know you don't want me to stay